Surprise, no audio today. Hi, Steve. This is Steve Young from the Steve Young74 channel. How you doing today, Steve?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm fine.
I am so happy and so honored that Steve is here today for this special show, of which Steve is going to answer some questions about shopping and saving money tips. To me, this is always well worth it. And just to mention for brand new folks that Steve Young74 has a random channel, but one thing that is not random, every single Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., Steve has a Recipe Tuesday show. We'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Steve, I'm going to jump right into the questions. Question number one. When you go to the dollar type of a store, Steve, do you follow any sort of shopping rule of thumb?
Not really. I mean, you go into the Dollar Tree, dollar store, well, Dollar Tree primarily. Everything, there are a couple of three, four items floating around in the store that are still a dollar, but primarily everything is $1.25 now. No, I really don't follow any rule. I just basically go in there, and just look for whatever I need, and that's pretty much it. But there's not really any rule to follow, not in that respect.
Just curious to know. I know this wasn't in the briefing, but do you have maybe a cap or a limit as to how much you might consider spending? I know my number limit, so I'm just curious to know if you have a number limit.
Um, I've never spent this much before, but my max cutoff is 10. I usually go in and spend right around 5, 6, 650, maybe 7 at most, but my ceiling is 10. And I
Oh
and
my
I
God,
can
that's
usually make
great.
out pretty good because uh, I can buy my favorite pretzels there that I like. They started stocking Armor chili now, so that makes me feel good. I do like that. I do like Southgate brand beef stew, which is really good. I have found out that it's as good as Denti Moore, but you're paying about 70, 80 cents less per can to get it.
That's a significant difference, especially if you decide to buy two.
Yeah,
So
so if you go in there, what you would normally pay for Denti Moore in my area is usually about a buck 75, buck 80. Get it over there for $1.25. Go ahead and add an extra 60, 70 cents. Get a couple of cans. It's worth it. I like it. I like to put a little bit, I like to put crackers in my stew. It sounds crazy, but I do. But no, the dollar,
actually, it sounds yummy, Steve. I think it's a great
well,
idea.
the Dollar Tree, there really isn't anything uh, about that because it is what it is. You're going into a store where everything or a few items is a dollar 25. So
But I
that's
do like the fact that you do have this kind of sort of like subliminal limit in your head in a way. I agree with that because on the rare occasion, it's not in my area, but if I get out of my area and get to a dollar store type place, in my own mind's eye, I do have about a similar cap of what I'm going to permit myself to spend.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think you're in the really good direction. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Steve, have you ever used a mail in rebate? And what do you think of them?
One time, not so much me. Um, Probably 15 years back, um, our refrigerator failed. It went kaput, and my dad went to Home Depot. And at the time, he got a side by side, and it was right around 950, $1,000 at the time. And when he purchased it, they gave him a form or something that he fills out. And all you have to do is fill that out, send it to the address, and close a copy of the receipt and mail it in. I'm sure now you can do everything online. You can probably scan and email it to them, and it's all in one thing. But back then, Dad used the old-fashioned method with an envelope and a postage stamp, and they sent him back a check about 2, 3 weeks later. He got back $100 check, just like the rebate said.
Oh,
But that's the
gee.
only one that was ever done. I personally have never done one, but this is the only, you know, association that I have, with your question.
I think that's really amazing. I'm really happy that he followed up on it because a lot of people do not. That is a significant chunk of change, $100. I mean, I wonder how many people even viewing this right now might be saying, "Oh yeah, I need to send in that rebate." So I hope it serves as a reminder to
That's
somebody that's doing it. Thanks
Get
so
that money
much.
back, right? Yes, yes.
Steve, in your honest opinion, what is a huge shopping mistake that some folks might make?
I have two mistakes that shoppers make. One, they don't make out a list.
Oh, it's a good one.
That's a no-no. The second one, please make sure you eat a little something. Make sure it's protein based so it shuts your appetite off. Make sure you eat before you go grocery shopping. If you do not, you are going to spend more money. That's
It
a
is true. It's
that
true. It's happened to me. Has it happened to you ever?
once, but luckily I knew how to sustain myself.
That's good.
What I
That's
mean
really
is,
good.
I'll say this: when I went shopping, I probably spent maybe an extra 40, which is not too bad. But I have known people that don't eat and go grocery shopping. They spend an additional 100, 120. So it's mental. No, but I knew how to sustain myself. I went a little over, but 40 I could handle.
Wow, I love those two tips. That is a huge mistake. And to just add to your thought, I'm thinking too about the type of grocery list some people make. For example, if a person makes a hurried or a harried list, like they're not even concentrating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to write this. Blah. Honestly, I truly believe it's really important for people to, while ahead of time before they intend to go shopping, in a peaceful, calm manner where a person can really assess what do they want, what do they need, what does their family want, and really concentrate, work around the sales circular too, whatever. Anything we could do, especially nowadays. I like those answers. Amazing.
I would say this on and to elaborate what you just said. I would say devote I about 30 minutes because that would give you time to go to your inventory, look in your pantry, look at your canned goods. What do you have? What do you don't have? You don't want to buy multiples of something. Then go to your freezer, look and see what you have, what you don't have. Write that down. Then open the bottom part, the refrigerated. Go through your shelving, look in your door, eggs, milk, butter. Go through all of that, write it down. That's where people make the mistake. Then if you have any additional family members that may want something specific, in addition, write that down. Look in your flyer, look at what's on sale. If they offer coupons, a lot of your coupons now are digital where you just sign in and go tap, 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 and it comes off at the register when you pay rather than have to snip it the old fashioned way, which I truly enjoy. Don't mind me, I don't mind cutting out an old fashioned, manufactured coupon like we did years back. But now everything is so convenient. You just, oh yeah, I need this. Tap, 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 and it's all being saved. It's all under your phone number.
Oh, I love this answer. Can I share something? My cousin Lee recently mentioned in a comment that she wanted to use her digital coupon at the register. She said that the cashier told her that please enter those anything you want discounted at least 20 minutes to a half hour ahead of time and not to load it up at the register time. They wouldn't accept it for her for some reason. So she had literally, hi cousin, in case you're watching. So she literally put whatever roast or whatever it was back into the meat case and says, "Oh no, I'll just do this in the future." She didn't. She wanted to get her discount. Good for
I
you.
I would do this. I know about Sam's Club. Yes, I just recently renewed a membership. I've had Costco. Right now, I'm on the fence whether or not I want to get that back. But I also have BJ's. Now, BJ's, they offer me a military membership. And how that happened is through my father. So I'm actually paying a discounted amount to get a membership. Not only that, BJ's, not only do they have an old fashioned paper coupon book, you can go into their website or their BJ's app go to coupons and go through their everything that's on sale, just tap clip, clip, clip. Then you just buy that item. When you go and pay, it comes off at the register. But I do agree. Try to do that at least a good half hour or an hour before. That way everything's got time to cycle. No,
Yeah,
don't do it last minute. I've never tried that, but that
right.
makes sense because the system hasn't had a chance to play catch up, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely spare yourself a good 30, 45 minutes, an hour. Like I say, when you go to make out your grocery list and you're a BJ's member, go through this. Take about 5, 7 minutes. Go through the coupons. It's right there. Just scroll, flip.
That prep work is so worth it. I
Yeah,
mean, to me, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So while you're having a leisurely cup of coffee or the kids are in school or whatever quiet moment you could steal in time just
mhm,
to concentrate, it's so worth it.
yeah.
So, Steve, also, this is important and it ties in with your wonderful Recipe Tuesday video that you actually uploaded this very morning.
Hmm.
And I loved it, by the way. But I
Oh,
have a question about homemade tomato sauce. Okay. So
okay.
when you make a homemade tomato sauce, sometimes I personally call it a Sunday sauce. Okay. What
Yeah.
ingredients would you not cheap out on?
Oh, that is a no-brainer. Keep in mind, everybody needs to realize, be careful what tomato products you buy by brand. I personally like the Roma tomato variety, the Tutarosso, the Contadina, Cento. Those I will not cheat. If you don't want to go that particular lineup, you can go the Hunt's brand, you can go the Del Monte, you can go the other way. But I am, because being growing up in the household that I did, I am brand loyal especially when it comes to tomatoes. Be very, very careful what tomatoes you buy because that is the outcome of your tomato sauce.
I agree. I agree. My mom tend to love the Cento, the Tutarosa, anything with Pompeian, something like that, whatever, something like that. She would get all of those. She swore by them.
Now you mentioned Pompeian. I used it, my mother used it, my grandmother used it. It may even go back further than that. I am partial to Pompeian extra virgin olive oil robust. It
Yeah.
has to be that specific one. No, you don't need a big bottle.
No.
Now, olive oil, yeah, you're can be on the expensive side. Not all of them, but trust me, if you try that particular brand, I wouldn't just say this if to since I'm the third generation of using that brand olive oil. I'm thinking my sister may too. I'm thinking she may use it as well. But I am brand loyal. Now that I will not. People say, "Oh, but you can try Bertolli. You can go this brand or that." No, I'm loyal to the Pompeian. That won't
And
change.
I love that idea because you're a frugal person. For example, we live in a world of choices. And for example, let's say you want to trim down or skim down on something else, not buy like a bunch of trinkets that you look at, go, oh, this is cute and put it away.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it. I think the same way. And I try to encourage some of my viewers to think the same way, like to reallocate. I don't mind reallocating what I save on a better quality item, like that Noosa yogurt. By the way, I know we didn't expect to talk about this, Steve. Guess what I tried yesterday for the first time? The
What's that?
strawberry rhubarb Noosa.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, it was so good.
I told you. Yeah, the strawberry rhubarb is a little bit different than the just strawberry by itself. It's got a
Yeah,
little more to it. Yeah.
it's
And
mild. It has a slight kick. If you really look for an acidy kick, you're not going to get it this. To me, it's on the mild side. It's almost like a sour cream texture. It's really good.
there's something I want to point out. This never left me, but I and it this is pointed out to a specific subscriber. This person knows who they are. They commented to me on my Noosa product review. I don't know which one it was. They or this person called Walmart asking about Noosa yogurt, and they said they had never heard of it. Guess what I did? Because I know where this person lives, what state they're in, I went to each and every one of those Walmarts by address and looked up Noosa yogurt, and it's in stock. Please answer me that one.
Oh my goodness. It
Please,
strikes me that person didn't feel like working.
didn't
Maybe.
feel like working, or apparently they don't know what the item is. But
Yeah,
just
yeah.
want to mention, you know who you are, I hope. But I checked each and every one of the Walmarts in your state, and it showed in stock.
That was very nice of you to do that.
Well,
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, this is why it's important in life to once in a while go the extra mile. Person
mhm.
has a question, they want, they want to be a buyer, they want to purchase the item. I don't know. Anyway, Steve, I
well,
want to thank you so much for your wonderful answers. Is there something else you'd like to add?
well, just this right here to branch on to what I just mentioned about whenever somebody's looking for a product or something that they want to buy that they can't find, I can find it. And it's a product that is pretty well renowned, so to speak. If they can't find it, I'm I'm a research type person. I will go and find out the reason as to why is that not there. Just like you had an incident, if you don't mind me bringing it up, a subscriber tried commenting to you, it didn't show up.
Oh, that was so frustrating. You had that with me.
I had that with you. I was in touch with this particular subscriber, and no matter what, I was going to follow through and make sure that there was a means to an end.
And as
That's
you know, I went to you too. I said, gee, I don't want to not comment with this person. He's, such a valued subscriber, like everyone. But this
right.
particular person is so
Yeah,
participatory, watches
yeah,
all the vids, goes
same
the
with
extra mile.
so that's when I came to you. I said, Jan, go into your settings. You may have to go a little bit deep into your settings. And there is an area where you can put people's names that you don't want to be a part of your
Well,
channel.
that was never on me. That's for sure.
That is a YouTube thing. See that
Yes.
this is a flaw about YouTube, like I said, that happened with you, and it happened with my
Yes.
subscriber as well. But I've got the whole mat. Nothing's going to go wrong with me now. That's why I went ahead and had you go and check that, and I'm
Yeah,
glad.
everyone check. If that ever happens to you, everyone that's a content creator, check. If one of your subscribers says to you, their comment is not coming through, whatever,
Right.
just check. Sometimes through the magic of whatever. And to think a couple of years ago, like Steve saying, well, how come I don't see your answer? How come I don't see your answer? I said, well, I keep trying to answer and I keep trying to answer. And then he dug deeper and he found out that there was a technical flaw. So thanks for that. And thanks for that, we were able to look it up this time. This is one of those things. At any rate, listen, I don't want to get too far away from our topic. Steve, I want to thank you. Please, everyone, head over to the Steve Young74 channel. I hope you don't mind, Steve. I'm going to link up your Recipe Tuesday here for the one you
Oh,
uploaded today.
okay. Sure. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah.
Meatball Parmesan sub.
I encourage. I've already got about 3 or 4 people that commented to me that want to try it. I urge you to try it. You won't be sorry. It's really good. It's really good.
No.
Now keep in mind, like I said in the video, I don't use breadcrumbs in my meat mixture. I just don't. My meatballs stay together. Don't ask me how, but they do tend. I'm not saying you can't use breadcrumb if you want to add a little to it. I mean, there's no problem. But I personally don't use the breadcrumb.
Not necessary.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent. Thanks again, Steve. I'm going to close the show without an outro. It's just us saying goodbye. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you, Steve, for your time.
You're welcome.
This gives me a hard time shutting you off sometimes.